In this video, we will learn some life-changing lessons from Warren Buffett and inculcate them as a part of our soul. And if you stay to the end of this video, I'll give you the 3 steps process Warren Buffett utilized, and you can too help get a clear vision for your career. Lesson number 1, live up to your ambitions but with your actions. Predicting rain doesn't count. Building arcs does, remarkably said by Warren Buffett. It doesn't matter how much you talk about the purposes and objectives of your life, unless you start working for them. I have heard from many people that they are working hard to put things in place, and simultaneously they are watching Netflix 4 hours a day. And all the efforts go in ruin. Warren always mentions staying focused. You need to commence building arcs instead of gossiping about how it's going to rain. You need to align your thoughts and channelize your energy in the direction of your goals. Begin achieving your short-term goals that are your daily objectives. And one day you will be surprised how winsomely you will reach your long-term goals. Lesson number 2. Your surroundings determine what you will become. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. Amazingly enlightened by Warren Buffett. One of the quickest ways to upsurge yourself is to surround yourself with people who are better than you. By doing this, not only you will learn more things from them, but also acquire a tendency to learn from others and enrich yourself. Say, for instance, you are with people who are more ambitious than you. Then you will think thousands of times before wasting your single second. Because you will be programmed in such a way that you will think about attaining your aim, rather than chilling and gossiping. But on the flip side of the coin, if you keep your mind with the people who are lazy and unambitious in life, then you will become like them and lose your morale, and hence, put yourself in a heap of garbage. Confident and enthusiastic people will give you hope to survive through the bad times and finally achieve your goal, whereas dull people will just talk. So surround yourself with good company. And by the good company I mean to say the people that follow the virtuous path and are blessed with sanity. Lesson number 3, take rivalry with complexity and shake hands with simplicity. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that like to make easy things difficult. Impressively stated by Warren Buffett, it is a human tendency to overcomplicate things. If a human observes a phenomenon which is simple to procure, he or she will first complicate it, and then attain it. For people, it's almost become impossible to take things as simple as possible. They have forgotten the stress-free, and how they used to fly like free birds. Whether it's forming a relationship with a person, or investing in the share market, one always complicates things which perhaps are not required. Lesson number 4, reorient your decisions when needed and welcome the good things. Energy is limited. Make sure you devote your time and vigor in the right things, and get productive results. Beautifully said by Warren Buffett. You know, it's really important to understand your worth and value, be it in relationships or professional life. Understanding when to let go of things which are not productive and worthy enough becomes a factor for your peaceful and happy life. Life has a simple rule: if it's not working out, let it go and embrace the new changes. And if you don't, you will be stuck at a place where you are not meant to be, and unintentionally, you will hamper your growth and success. But that doesn't mean you leave everything in just a few moments. Good things take time. If you are starting an online business, it's very normal that you might take some time in getting your first orders. Or if you're trying to crack an exam, it's completely fine to fail in the first few attempts. Perseverance is everything. Be consistent, be strong-willed, and believe in what you are doing. There is a thin line between giving up and reorienting your ideas and strategies. Learn when to do what. Maybe your timetable for studying isn't that good, and you need to change your pattern of studying, or you need to revise your business ideas. Your time and energy are limited. You need to focus on how much effort and time to put into work or relationship. You need to understand when things are not working out. If your relationship or job is becoming toxic for you, leave it for your goodness. Learn to change your paths and directions if it's not developing your mind and soul. Lesson number 5, discovering from the advisors. Committing yourself to the right people is the best thing. A grand piece of advice by Warren Buffett. During childhood, we were often asked to speak about our role model or mentor. This practice is good and inculcates a good habit of looking up to people as your role model. Your mentor doesn't need to be a person It can be a book that also drives you to do something out of the box, or pushes you out of your comfort zone. Having mentors in your life is the most amazing thing you can do. Procuring their ideas, approaches, and strategies can make your life easy and will inspire you more. The knowledge you're trying to gain from years, your mentors will ease that process and save you from unnecessary tension, frustration, and stress. However, it's not necessary to always choose a top-notch person as your role model. You can choose your mentor who is at a level above you. They can be your friend or family member from the same stream. Learn to acknowledge them and grasp from them. Once you upgrade yourself and reach their level, start your hunt for your next mentor. Lesson number 6, allow yourself to adore the process. Relishing the process is more incredible than loving the proceeds. Some mind-refreshing words by Warren Buffett. There is a famous in Bhagavad Gita, a Hindu scripture, and it says, "Do your favors without thinking about the outcome." And it's true to a great extent. If you continue to think about the results and your outcome, you will never be able to focus on your work. Doing your work just for the results will not make you strong enough to deal with the challenges and obstacles which you might face during the process. Fall in love with the procedure and not the outcomes. Falling in love with the process and savoring the process will make you resolute and immersed. Stressing continuously on the outcomes will eventually lead to your failure. Around the world, we have so many examples of people who were full of perseverance and didn't give up. The only reason was that they fell in love with their work. Look at J.K. Rowling, the author of the famous Harry Potter series. She got rejected by 12 big publishing houses but continued to work hard. And finally the publishing house, Bloomsbury, gave her a chance, and we all know her story afterwards. The idea is to stay consistent and be in love with your work, and you will get the desired outcome. Lesson number 7, prioritize the vital things in life. Do right things in your life and eliminate the wrong ones from life. Again, a masterpiece said by Warren Buffett. Look around yourself. Look at the people who are at the peak of their career. The most habitual thing they do is prioritizing their goals and eradicating the rest of the toil, opting the most preferable projects for their growth and leaving the other works behind. Sounds a little merciless, but trust the words of Warren Buffett, who himself followed this rule and said no to a lot of projects and concentrated his mind on his most chief projects. Prioritizing and weeding out not only helps you in your professional life, but also proves to be wholesome for your personal life and relationships. Let's take a look at the true story of Mike Flint, a personal airplane pilot of Warren for more than 10 years, and was communicating about his career with Warren. That time, Buffett suggested him to go through a 3-step process, Warren Buffett's 5-25 rule, that would help get a clear vision for his career. Step 1, Mike Flint was asked to write down his top 25 career goals. Step 2, next, Mike was asked to encircle his top 5 prominent goals. Step 3, the last step required Mike to enlist his top 5 goals on the left side of a new sheet, and calling it to List A, and on the right side to write the remaining 20 goals and call it List B. From now onwards, Mike should pay heed only to the List A and inculcate the habits and tasks required to fulfill the top 5 goals. He should strictly remove all the tasks and actions that didn't contribute to do List A, no matter if those tasks contributed to the other list of 20 goals. Flint decided to work on the top 5 goals as soon as possible, and when asked by Warren about the remaining 20 goals, he replied that those goals still matter to me and I will dedicate myself to the other goals also. Here we get amazing advice from Buffett. Warren Buffett simply said that the ones you listed as your top 5 goals deserve your dedication, hard work, and perseverance. The rest of the goals don't matter and hence that should be abolished at once. Achieve the first 5 and then think about the rest. Till then, focus on your most important goals. This practice of the intense and harsh way of elimination will prickle you in the beginning. But learn to accept this. We find it difficult to let go of things, especially the things which we love to do. If those things don't contribute to your prime goals, you need to get rid of them. Each and everything we do requires our energy and time. No one can afford to waste time on goals that are not your priority. The other goals are just distractions, and in chasing them, you can lose the actual game, your actual goals. Learn to differentiate between your hobbies and passion. Your top goals are your passion, while the other goals might just be your hobbies. People thrive when they prioritize their aim and have a clear vision of their goals and work adamantly and relentlessly for it. All these 7 lessons are a great insight for achieving success. But do you think that watching them is enough? Just by watching these powerful lessons make you a successful person? No. Implementing these lessons in your life and practicing will lead you to the path of triumph. All the lessons mentioned will sucker you into elevating your potential and confidence. The words should motivate you to become a better version of yourself, compete with yourself, and mark my words, no one can stop you from climbing the ladder of success. Stay passionate, stay consistent, and move ahead in the direction of accomplishment. If you like videos about self-development, subscribe to the channel and tick the notification bell. Also, I have a free Audible Premium Plus trial which includes 2 free audiobooks in the description down below. Thank you, and see you again soon.